Welcome to our exploration of the book of Numbers, the fourth book of the Bible. Numbers continues the narrative of the Israelites after their exodus from Egypt, detailing their experiences during 40 years of wandering in the wilderness before reaching the Promised Land. The book begins with God instructing Moses to take a census of the Israelite men able to go to war, organizing them by their 12 tribes. This counting establishes the structure of the community and prepares them for the journey ahead. The Levites are set apart for priestly duties, responsible for the tabernacle and its sacred objects. As the Israelites set out from Mount Sinai, they are guided by a cloud during the day and a pillar of fire by night, signs of God's continual presence. Despite witnessing miracles, the people frequently complain about hardships, expressing dissatisfaction with their food and longing for the comforts of Egypt. In response, God provides quail for meat, but also sends a plague as a consequence of their ingratitude. Miriam and Aaron, Moses' siblings, challenge his leadership, questioning why God would speak only through him. God defends Moses, affirming his unique role, and punishes Miriam with leprosy, from which she recovers after Moses intercedes on her behalf. Upon reaching the edge of Canaan, Moses sends 12 spies, one from each tribe, to scout the Promised Land. After 40 days, they return carrying clusters of grapes, pomegranates, and figs, demonstrating the land's fertility. However, 10 of the spies report that the inhabitants are too strong and the cities too fortified, causing fear among the people. Only Joshua and Caleb encourage the Israelites to trust in God's promise and proceed. The people's lack of faith leads them to rebel, refusing to enter Canaan. As a consequence, God declares that this generation will not see the Promised Land. Instead, they will wander the wilderness for 40 years until a new generation arises. This period is marked by various challenges, including rebellions against Moses' leadership. One significant rebellion is led by Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, who challenge the authority of Moses and Aaron. God intervenes dramatically. The earth opens up to swallow the rebels, and fire consumes their followers, reinforcing the importance of obedience and respect for God's appointed leaders. Throughout their journey, the Israelites face practical needs and spiritual tests. When they lack water, God instructs Moses to speak to a rock to bring forth water. Frustrated, Moses strikes the rock twice with his staff. Because he did not follow God's command precisely and failed to honor him before the people, God tells Moses that he will not enter the Promised Land. As they near Canaan, the Israelites encounter opposition from neighboring kingdoms. They defeat Sihon, king of the Amorites, and Og, king of Bashan, securing territories east of the Jordan River. Balak, the Moabite king, fearing the Israelites, summons the prophet Balaam to curse them. Despite multiple attempts, Balaam ends up blessing Israel instead, as God directs him. The new generation is counted in a second census, preparing them for entry into the land. God provides additional laws regarding offerings, feasts, and inheritance to guide the community's future in Canaan. The daughters of Zelophehad, for example, successfully petitioned Moses for the right to inherit their father's land, leading to laws about inheritance rights. The book of Numbers concludes with the Israelites on the plains of Moab, poised to enter the Promised Land.